To begin the Serpentine walk, park in the lot at the Performing Arts Center, also known as Clubhouse 3. Walk back to the far right-hand corner where you will find this tree. The Camphor Tree. Native to Japan and China, this evergreen has blackberry-like fruit favored by birds. The wood and leaves are steam distilled for essential oils. These oils are used in baked goods, beverages, and candy, and in Tiger Balm and Vicks Vapor Rub. Camphors are the biggest girth trees in Japan, not found in forests, but in Shinto shrines of small towns. One of these giants promises a year longer of life each time you circle it clockwise. The walk continues across Avenue Sevilla. Please follow the directions on the sign you see to the right. As you follow the path up the hill on the left is the deodar cedar. Native to South Asia and the Middle East, it's worshipped by the Hindus as a divine tree prized for its medicinal purposes and its aromatic woods. From the bark and stem come astringents, incense, and an herbal approach to obesity management. Being durable and rot-resistant, it's used for building and landscaping of temples, and it has a lifespan of 1,000 years. As you continue walking, notice the tall pines lining both sides of the path. These are Canary Island pines. Native to the Canary Islands of Spain, they are one of the most fire-resistant conifers in the world. Also one of the most drought-tolerant, its steep roots make it desirable for lawns. Long needles trap condensation that drips down into the soil, eventually replenishing the aquifer. Long-lived, this pine grows fast, 24 to 36 inches a year. Walking to Manor 485 at its near corner is the white alder. Native to North America, it is found along rivers and streams. Native Americans made red dye from the bark, which they used for their baskets and for strong teas used in their sweat houses. Spanish for alder is aliso. Explorers moored their ships off the mouth of Aliso Creek, cutting large timbers there, and then during the mission days, these trees were used for construction. All gone from the creek now, but it's probable that the white alder is that same species of tree. At the far corner of Manor 485, you'll see the London plane tree. Native to England, its smooth-faced leaves shed rain, removing all trace of London's dust and soot. Important benefits still highly valued today in this widely planted street tree. Seeds are dispersed by wind, shaking the suspended baubles which remain on the tree. Platanus trees are among those susceptible to the shot-hole borer, with no known treatment. The tree you see here, unlike many in our village, has not been affected as yet. Next on the left is Manor 473 and the Crepe Myrtle. Native to China and Korea, this ornamental shade tree provides filtered light, and it's also used as a shrub. Often called the lilac of the South, where they are now widely spread, the species was introduced to Charleston, South Carolina in 1790. Known for colorful, long-lasting flowers, deep purple to white and everything in between, the crepe myrtle is one of our village's most numerous and colorful trees. On the right is Manor 92 and the Fern Pine. Native to Africa, this pine is important as a timber tree where it is harvested for local use and export. The wood is used for building, construction, and furniture. Deforestation rather than selective logging appears to be a major threat to this species. Mature, fleshy seeds are dispersed by the birds and animals that eat them, and here in Laguna Woods, the birds nest in these trees. The fern pine is common throughout Southern California as an ornamental shade tree. Across from Manor 94 is the stone pine. A native to the Mediterranean region, this tree has been cultivated since prehistoric time for its pine nuts for eating as well as for trade. Today we call them pignoli nuts. Of all pine nuts, this has the highest percentage of protein, 34%. Stone pines are seen lining ancient Roman roads, including the Appian Way. Read the labels on those small potted pines sold during Christmas season, and chances are you will discover a little stone pine. Across from the stone pine is the manna gum. Native to Australia, it was named for the sweet gum that oozes from insect-eaten leaves and damaged bark. The gum was eaten by Aboriginal Australians. The older leaves were laid on bonfires for smoke, believed to reduce fever. The bark was used for shields, flowers were used in magic, and trunk burls were made into drinking vessels. A very busy tree. It's also known as the koala bear tree. At the far end of Manor 95 is the sweet bay. A native of the Mediterranean region, this evergreen tree or shrub has thick, waxy, fire-resistant leaves and is pest-resistant. Fresh or dried leaves are used in traditional Mediterranean cooking. The laurel held an important place in classical Greek, Roman, and biblical cultures. The laurel wreath of Greece was a symbol of highest status, in Rome a symbol of victory, and the source of our expression, resting on one's laurels. Alongside the sweet bay is the English oak, possibly the best known and loved of British native trees. Druids worshipped under oak groves, and the Yule log was traditionally oak. This deciduous, clay-tolerant, and drought-tolerant oak does not produce acorns for 20 to 40 years, which this tree is now doing. Acorns are a valuable food for both mammals and birds. One of the hardiest, most durable timbers on the planet, it takes up to 150 years before the wood is ready for construction. Between Manors 78 and 77 is the liquidambar. Native to North and Central America, it's a valuable hardwood forest tree and popular ornamental. Can live for up to 400 years. It displays vibrant colors come autumn, and seeds are contained in long-stemmed gumballs, fed upon by birds and small mammals. The resin was used to flavor the first pipe of tobacco Montezuma and Cortez shared during Aztec ceremonies. At Manor 82 are two eastern redbuds. Native to North America, this small deciduous tree is much loved as an ornamental. It blooms in early spring with showy flowers, followed by leaves going from red through green to yellow in the fall. George Washington transplanted forest seedlings into his Mount Vernon garden, and the eastern redbud was second choice for our national tree. The oak won, however. Ahead on the left is a grassy area. The second tree in from the sidewalk is the Brisbane Box. Native to Australia, it is closely related to the eucalyptus. It's disease and pest resistant and has a high tolerance for smog, drought, and poor drainage, making it a perfect small street tree. It has small white flowers in spring and fruit capsules that do not fall off the tree, looking like light-hearted wood bouquets of fairy boxes on a stem. As you reach Manor 76, you'll see this tree on the left, a Photinia. It's a native of Asia. It's part of the rose family and related to the apple. It has fragrant white flowers and a small apple-shaped fruit used as food by the birds. There are about 40 to 60 species of this tree. Our tree carries the common name red robin because of the red color of the new leaves contrasting with the dark evergreen older leaves. A few steps ahead on the right is the flax-leaved paperbark. Native of Australia, where Aborigines inhaled crushed leaves of this tea tree to treat coughs and colds. Today, the essential oil, tea tree oil, is obtained by steam distillation of leaves and terminal branches, yielding a clear to pale yellow oil. Its many medicinal uses, cleansing properties, and pleasant scent allows this oil to be used in everything from home cleaning solutions to skincare. Continue up the hill until the path divides around this huge tree, an Indian laurel fig. Native to Southeast Asia, it's one of the best shade trees, natural sound barrier, and provider of privacy when pruned. A single tree can produce 100,000 fruit, with over 150 seeds in each, but not without a special pollinating wasp visiting the flower inside the fig. A very symbiotic relationship, I'd say. Adult trees are sometimes removed because of their own invasive roots. We hope you've enjoyed learning about these unique trees found along this walk. The Serpentine is the third in our series of tree walk guides, all of which are available in beautifully printed brochures. The guides may be found at the History Center. Thanks so much for watching.